Welcome back to another episode of Raven Random Rants. This is your girl, Raven the Serial Poet, coming to bring to y'all another random episode on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Now, I know it's been a while since I've been on here updating y'all on life as we know it. And honestly, I'm just going to say it like this. The past 2 years, from 2020 to now, things have drastically went downhill. I don't know about y'all, but everybody is struggling. Economically wise, everybody is trying to figure out how to keep a roof over their head, how to keep their car in their driveway, and how to keep clothes and food on their back. While everybody is beefing about everything but that, there are real issues out here besides what rap person is beefing with other rap people and things of that nature. People are losing their lives every day, whether it's voluntarily, involuntarily, or naturally. So I'm trying to figure out what is going on in my head right now. And honestly, I've come to the conclusion that we have lost our compassion as human beings. And I feel like if aliens do exist, by all means, beam me up, Scotty, because the world is ghetto. Like, you see somebody struggling and you walk past them. You see somebody hungry, you tell them to get a job. And if the job ain't enough, then you tell them to get 2-3 jobs. I mean, it's 24 hours in a day. If a person is working all their life, when do they have time to sleep? When do they have time to enjoy themselves or enjoy their family if they do have anybody? And it's very disheartening because I'm trying to not lose faith in humanity, but every time I turn around, it's bad examples of why I should even put forth the effort of caring. For instance, I see on Twitter, it seems like either every month, every week, every day, or whatever, some rap mogul is beefing with another rap mogul. Somebody got somebody else's name in their mouth for whatever reason. It could be randomly, but they just feel the need to put people's names in their mouth. Like, for why? If you were not tagged, if you were not mentioned, that means you were not even the thought process behind that tweet. And I don't care what anybody say, people are trying to, do all this extra stuff behind Kanye. At this point, nobody cares about Kanye. We don't. We as people do not care about Kanye, and it's disheartening for me to even say that because the person that I am, I see the good in everybody. People around me will tell you I could see somebody making the worst of mistakes, and I'd be like, oh, well, they still have time to change. Kanye is purposely doing this. Because if you think about it, that's the only time that he pretty much gets attention. He's pretty much the black version of Donald Trump. He's doing any and everything to stay relevant, and y'all are helping him. If he's not talking about black people, he's talking about white people, Jews, and everything in between. Now he's trying to beef with Shaq. He's trying to beef with Drake. It's like, when is enough is enough? Like, what is it going to take for him to wake up and realize, oh, well, I might not want to do that, so I'm going to, just be quiet. Because what it's going to end up eventually boiling down to, he's giving Kim all the ammunition that she needs before she take them kids from him. And she will do that because at the end of the day, she had the means to do it because he's pretty much digging a grave for himself. He's giving her all the ammunition that is needed to take them kids. And ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for him because you made your dirty bed, now you have to wallow in it. And now, every time I turn on social media, every time I turn on the news, it's like somebody else that died in the industry. Some people have conspiracies behind it. Me personally, I don't think it's any conspiracy theories behind it. I just think that as people, as a whole, like, we have a lot of fucked up individuals in this world. Takeoff, I believe that's his name, because I don't really follow the Migos like that, but they say Takeoff. First they were saying that he died because of an argument behind a dice game. Now they trying to say that he died behind an argument about basketball or whatever. My whole main thing is, why did he have to die at all? Like, you can control your anger that much to where you decided that it was just beneficial to you for this man to lose his life. It's nowhere in the world that these young men should be not making it to 30. You dying before you even get to 30, and not even mentioning the ones that died after 30 because of some bull crap, whether it's jealousy or envy. It's like, at this point, I'm starting to believe that, yes, this world will soon be coming to an end because things are rapidly progressing. It's getting more and more aggressive in the world as we know it. Nothing is real anymore. Friendship isn't real. Relationships isn't real. Water, air, none of this shit is real. I feel in my heart of hearts, none of this shit is real. I feel like after 2000 came into fruition, all this shit we went to sleep and we woke up and we're in a matrix. We're in a simulation. Because it's like, what the hell is going on? People are killing their kids. People are killing the elderly. I'm going back to the song, Whitney Houston's song, Children Are Our Future. So you pretty much taking it in your conscious mind or your unconscious mind to kill the future before they even have a chance to even grow up and possibly make a change. While this government and this world and this country is being ran by people that was alive around Abraham Lincoln time. Like, what is going on? Like, really? And I know, I'm ranting and that's normally what I rant about. It'd be random stuff, but I really want to know what is going on. Like, men are killing women because they can't handle being rejected. Women are killing men because they can't handle being told what to do. You're killing your kids because of whatever reason. Because I have a daughter, and nowhere along the way of raising her did I ever have in my subconscious mind to look at her and be like, you know what? I think you should die today. What? If you can't afford to feed, clothe, or shelter your kids, put them up for adoption, give it to a family member, or whatever the case may be. But nowhere along the thinking process should it be, oh, you know what? My kids are asleep. Let me drown them in the tub. Or let me put them in the car and be like, hey, we're going to McDonald's to get a Happy Meal. Let me drive my car off a bridge into the lake. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? I really want to know what is your thought process to where you feel as though an infant deserves to die. Your kids, toddlers, elementary, whatever the case may be. Your kids deserve to die. Why? Because you can't provide for them. How is that their fault? That you laid down, gap your legs open, decide to have them, and now because things are getting harder for you, it's like now they gotta die because for why? If you was worried about having a shelter over your head, you for sure have one now, because you're gonna basically live out the rest of your life being told what to do, what to eat, when to shower, when to wash your ass for the rest of your life in jail, in prison. That makes no sense to me. It makes no sense that gas is as high as it is, that these landlords keep raising the rent, but yet the pay wage is staying the same. I did calculations for where I stay at, and I'm not gonna say what state. I think I already said what state I'm in. But in order to live comfortably here, they will have to raise the pay raise to at least $24. And that's to live comfortably. If you want to live very well off, they need to raise the pay wage to at least $26 an hour. And that could be everywhere. But you know what? They're not going to do that because they would rather see people get evicted, lose their house, lose their car, lose their life to the streets than to give people the pay that they deserve. And I don't understand that. And then the first thing people want to say is, oh, well, you're afforded the same opportunities that I was afforded. No. Because if your ancestors already pretty much left you a heritage of blood money built on the backs of Native Americans, blacks, and whoever else was under their thumb, you can't ever say that we was afforded the same luxury as you when you pretty much get handed down blood money. And that's just keeping it real. Because I don't care if we go to college, I don't care if we start our own businesses, I don't care if we build our own community. Y'all folks is gonna find a way to keep us under y'all foot. Whether it's raising our taxes, raising our rent, raising whatever fees and taxes on businesses and stuff, just to make sure that we don't have any extra money to do shit else. It's just facts. And I don't care who get mad about it. It's the reality of the situation. Now, if you feel like blacks is afforded the same opportunity than any other race, explain to me how Mexicans, Asians, and anybody else besides blacks could come here and get a loan or a grant for a business and live way more well off than the blacks that pretty much got born to this country. Explain that to me. Because I find it hysterically hilarious that I could go anywhere Asians live at, Hispanics live at, and they house, cars, and everything like that. They be like, oh, we just got here, this year. But they living in these like 6-bedroom houses. They got 2 cars and stuff like that. Like how? But the moment that we fill out for a grant and we have our business proposal in order and everything like that, y'all deny us. Why? Because you know that Black magic is real. Whatever we touch, we gonna excel at. And if you don't believe that, you just look at the sports. Anything dealing with sports, anything dealing with fashion, or anything like that, y'all are profiting off of us. And I don't care what anybody say, or if they take offense to what I'm saying. It's real. Food, y'all done started cooking y'all food like us. Y'all trying to dress like us, wear your hair like us, going to get all these implants and lip injections and tans and everything like that. But yet you hate us because we're the originators. I might be what's wrong with this world because I have resentment towards any and everybody that is not trying to help each other excel in this life. I am a Black author that just so happened to be a lesbian. And you know what I deal with every time I promote my work, or I go to open mic nights, or I do anything that's related to my craft? You know what happens? Either somebody does not listen, or they disregard, or if it doesn't have anything to deal with sucking penis, sucking balls, worshiping a man, caressing his ego, or whatever the case may be, if it has nothing to do with the man, period, it's disregarded. And that's been that way since I even started doing poetry, whether out in the world, on Blog Talk Radio, or just randomly on YouTube. And I can say that I am furious about it. I'm hurt about it because it seemed like no matter what, this world just does not acknowledge good shit. Lack of better words. And I could say that I'm resentful because of that, but I'm more resentful because people are not getting paid what they deserve. These kids is losing their life. People are losing their life. And they don't do nothing to nobody. And if they do anything to anybody, does it really warrant to them losing their life? And I'm going to keep asking that. I asked people that on Instagram, nobody answered me. So I'm going to ask that here. And maybe it'll spark conversation. And this is not a conversation piece for the good old boys or, people that don't really give a fuck about no other race but their own. This is a genuine conversation about people that want to make a change for the world that they live in. Because I want to be the change that I want to see in the world. I don't mind being friends and, doing what needs to be done for people. But I want you to appreciate it. Don't take it for granted. Don't make it seem like I have to do something for you or that, you deserve for me to do anything for you when you haven't gave me a reason to. Because I'm in a place and time right now in my life to where I can do something for someone and not expect something in return. Before, for whatever reason, the people that I did stuff for, if it wasn't done the way that they wanted it done, they would just smile and be like, oh, that's nice, and oh, I really like that. But then people double back and tell me, oh, well, they really didn't care for your work. They really didn't care, the project that you put together. Why you couldn't tell me that? We're adults. So why you as an adult could not tell me, hey, the video you put together for me was cool, but I ain't really care for it. You could have did this. Or the flyer that you did for me, I don't really care for it. Instead of doing it like this, you could have did it like this. Granted, my graphic design, I am an amateur. I am not a professional by any means. But I'm open to be taught certain things. And the things that I do For people, I do because, that's just me. I do something because I have a vision for it. But, I guess I'm just built different. People have a problem with being honest. And that's all around the spectrum, whether that's work, relationships, friendships, whatever. And I just want to know, I want you to ask yourself, when you ask somebody to do something for you, what are your intentions? Like, honestly. And if you feel as though it's because you genuinely want to give them a chance to do something nice for you, then kudos to you. But if you feel as though it's a chance to humiliate them and have a reason to make them feel less than you, then you really have a problem. And that's why it's like I stick to myself. I have my bestie that I stick by. I have my daughter. I have a new relationship that I'm in, which brings me to my next point. It's like, I want us as people to stop sabotaging love as we receive it. Because when you sabotage something as beautiful as someone making you feel the way that you deserve all your life to feel, and you sabotage it, you're only hurting yourself, because then you sit around and be like, oh, I want to be loved, I want to be this, I want this. But you had that, but you sabotaged it. Let's normalize when we have a good woman or a good man to appreciate them and not take them for granted. And if you do that, take accountability for it and try to change it for your next relationship. But yes, I will be getting married next year because I finally found a person that loves me for me and do things without me having to ask. And that's my whole main thing. If you're going to be in a relationship, a friendship, or whatever the case may be, it should never be a moment to where you have to beg for what you want or need. They should just give it because they love you and they like to see you happy. And you will appreciate it. Why? Because they don't have to do it, but they do it because they love you. But I'm going to get out of here because y'all know I hate to ramble. And when I make all my points, I make my points and I just dip out. But what I will say is I'm going to leave y'all with my thought of the day. Because, that's what I do. My thought of the day is this. When y'all treat people the way that y'all do, I want y'all to think to yourself, would you like that done to you the way you do to others? And with that being said, love, peace, and blessings to all of y'all. I'm praying for this world as I know it, that we can one day come together and truly be our sisters and brothers keepers instead of always being so combative. I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed and enjoy the rest of y'all Friday. Later.